Enter the villain. Oh boy. Every story needs a villain, and every superhero has an arch nemesis. I wonder who the villain will be. George, said Flora's mother, we have a problem. Your daughter has become emotionally attached to a diseased squirrel. How's that? Said Flora's father. There's a squirrel, said her mother, speaking more slowly, now as if she were pointing at each word as she said it. There's a squirrel, repeated her father. The squirrel is not well. There's an unwell squirrel? There's a sack in the garage and a shovel. Okay, said Flora's father. There's a sack and a shovel in the garage. At this point, there was a very long silence. I need you to put that squirrel out of its misery, said Flora's mother. How's that? Said her father. For the love of Pete, George, shouted her mother, put the squirrel in the sack and then hit him over the head with the shovel. Flora's father gasped. Flora gasped too. She was surprised at herself. The ladies in her mother's romance novels put their hands on their bosoms and gasped. But Flora was not a gasper. She was a cynic. Flora's father said, I don't understand. Flora's mother cleared her throat. She uttered the blood-soaked words again. She said them louder. She said them more slowly. You put the squirrel in the sack, George. You hit the squirrel over the head with the shovel. She paused. And then, she said, you used the shovel to bury the squirrel. Put the squirrel in a sack? Hit the squirrel over the head with the shovel? Said Flora's father in a squeaky, despairing voice. Oh, Phyllis, no! Yes, said Flora's mother. It's the humane thing to do. Flora understood that she had made a mistake in thinking that William Spiver was anybody important. Everything was coming into sharp and terrifying focus. The story was starting to make sense. Ulysses was a superhero, probably. And Phyllis Buckman was his arch nemesis, definitely. Wholly unanticipated occurrences. Chapter 24, this is the last one I'm going to read, is titled Stalked, Chased, Threatened, Poisoned, etc. He should have been shocked, but he wasn't, not really. It was a sad fact of his existence as a squirrel that there was always someone somewhere who wanted him dead. In his short life, Ulysses had been stalked by cats, attacked by raccoons, and shot at with BB guns, slingshots, and a bow and arrow. Granted, the arrow was made of rubber, but still, it had hurt. He had been shouted at, threatened, and poisoned. He had been flung ears over tail by the stream of water issuing from a garden hose turned on full force. Once, at the public picnic grounds, a small girl had tried to beat him to death with her enormous teddy bear. And last fall, a pickup truck had run over his tail. Truthfully, the possibility of getting hit over the head with a shovel didn't seem that alarming. Life was dangerous, particularly if you are a squirrel. In any case, he wasn't thinking about dying. He was thinking about poetry. That is what Tootie said he had written, poetry. He liked the word. Its smallness, its density, the way it rose up at the end as if it had wings. Poetry. Don't worry, said Flora. You're a superhero. This malfeasance shall be stopped. Ulysses dug his claw into Flora's pajamas to keep balance on her shoulder. Malfeasance, said Flora again. Poetry, thought Ulysses. And I hope you keep reading. What a great story.